You know, my brother knows, like the environment we grew up in, it requires a level of fight or flight at all times. Not just a fight or flight, but a level of survival and instincts that just become second nature, and we normalize this shit. So every time I went to go put pen to paper and write my period piece, I started writing about the mud and the struggle, but that's not where I am now. You know what I'm saying? No, this. Like, I am the happiest, healthiest, and more confident I've ever been in life. That's easy. And I'm gonna walk in that light. And I didn't want my period piece to reflect anything in the past. You know what I mean? I can look to the past with envy, but that would mean my now is empty. And them days is over. Fuck that. So now I get to a point and I start writing and I have a conversation with one of my brothers. And he tells me, he goes, you know, I've never heard a happy poem from you. I said, damn, I got happy poems. He goes, no, you wrote about what makes you happy, like your children, your wife, getting money, whatever. And all of these things might make you happy, but that's not you. Like, I want to hear about your happiness. So once he said that, he said you gotta be kind enough to yourself that you allow yourself to write. So I actually got past that and started putting that pen to paper the right way. And the downloads started coming, you know what I'm saying? Writer's block was over, now I'm downloading that pipeline is open, you know what I'm saying? Download speed was immaculate. To the point where I wrote 2 period pieces. So y'all gonna get both of that work tonight. Y'all ready for the first one? Yeah. Let me ask you, I'm gonna give y'all the names of each of them, and you let me know which one you want. Poetry is a self-portrait, or look who's talking. Say less. If y'all know. Ew! Yes, y'all do. No shadow looms larger than karma. No muse could prove a harder asshole to crack than your partner. Sometimes abuse is just code for hold me longer, hold me stronger, hold me in my coma, hold up, I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to. You know I don't know how to act when I get cornered. And in the morning, I want you to hold me accountable for not knowing how to communicate like a grown-up. Don't take it personal. That's just my toxic relationship talking. Now, as a boy, I learned that all churches aren't holy. True hurt is lonely. It's cold. The best time to pray is when the pain gets cozy. Poetry ain't to hold me. I'll offer you transparency so you can see how dope I mean, how much dope I mean you will need during the withdrawal. Don't take it personal, y'all. That's just my disassociation talking. We're living in a multiverse of madness, a doctored planet where my world could flip at the snap of a stranger's magic. Judging myself based on someone else's standards, the fact that I'm even judging myself and not considering the 10 on the scorecard. Mental imprisonment only creates more bars. Self-worth is so close, but yet that shit feels so far. It's like I want to go hard, but I can't get past my own guards. It's like they already have me in pocket. I'm ready to call the cops, because the man in that mirror has to be an imposter. Him lawyer, him doctor, him proper, skin darker. Who let him in? Well, if him play his part right, they might give him Oscar. Him play his part wrong, and they'll just keep him locked up. This can't be us. This can't be me, nah. This has to be my imposter syndrome talking. So I smile for the ring light. Every time the doorbell rings, I hear it ring white. There's something about surveillance in that ring recording me just doesn't feel right. No matter where I move, I live in a state of fight or fight. And it got my anxiety wrapped so tight, the string connected to my kite won't give it enough slack to let my shit fly. Now if you cut your eyes at me one more time, I will cut this tension with a knife, a glass, a gun. Give me an excuse to use the razor in my mouth. I heard I had a sharp tongue. Maybe that's hyperbole. Maybe internally I'm wrestling with demons and nervous energy that has me ready to go to war with the world because I can't find the words to express myself verbally. Now you call me crazy, But I'll call my therapist when my post-traumatic stress starts talking. Yo, I don't know. I spend more time in my phone than in my own home. The only time I'm in the zone is when I'm in a node, further emboldened to impose my opinion whenever, wherever, however I post. You will get this motherfucking opinion. Don't mind me. That's just my ADHD talking. I just want to thank y'all. Because when you're received with ears that speak your language, it allows you to be heard without any parameters. That allows me to refine my points using this claim right here as the guarantors. That gives me an excuse to remove miscommunication as being a factor. Now who's that talking? Oh shit, that's my bro. You ain't know? Sometimes when I talk, it glows. Once open, my throat chakra allows me to speak directly from my soul because I now know that strength doesn't come from how much weight you can hold. It comes from how much self-hate you can finally let go. Look who's talking. Thank you very much.
Be in you. Become you. 1 + 1 is 1, not 2. Mind, body, and soul infused. I want to be one with you. I want you. I want to bathe in you.
Just a man that's on the mic, and when we rock upon the mic, we rock the mic.
If we gonna do it like that, that means I need more Bronx energy coming up here. Now, if you know, like I know, I got brothers in the house. This brother right here, I've known since I was a pup. Known him, I'm 42, I've known him at least 30 years. Ain't he a poet, ain't he get active? I need y'all to give it up right now. Start giving it up right now. I said give it up right now. For El Mundo!
So if you about your business, say about my business. One more time. If you about your business, I say about my business. I come from the era where we put the bands in the safe because we spending the Jacksons. Only 401k plan worth having because many who be deemed successful only came to be by being fully invested in the streets. The Washingtons went to wifey and the mantra ain't tricking if you got it. Got niggas in debt, which kept us from having anything except the flies clothes on our backs and latest sneakers on our feet. Rather than heading down kicks a generation of irresponsible financial decisions, I want to leave my seed to Bruce Clinton and financial stability. Because for far too long, our community wasn't allowed to sit at the table. So instead, we took whatever scraps they gave us and turned it into delicacies. Somehow decent enough to eat, delectable enough to digest. The last 400 years of mistreatment, I'm putting a knife to their necks.
Hating and hoping and I'm putting at their throats and go with kill. But still wanna run deep. If my pen's so unassuming, persistently pouring my purpose into these pieces, steady aching my pain with a smile. That's cause my poetry is my therapy.
I would agree. Indeed, the magic of intention is all we need to make love our legacy. Like a tree, by water stream, you nourish me. You nourish me like a bird. I spread my wings, forever song. I'm free. I love you. I do. Love you. I do.
Everybody can make spaghetti, right? That's a nigga's first meal they can make, right? But true story. I learned how to cook crack before I could make spaghetti. Maybe that shit's hereditary. See, my father was a crackhead. With that being said, I learned from him what not to be. Luckily for me, my mother didn't follow his lead, or I might be skinnier than what you see here. Because of his demons, I steered clear of indulgent. His compulsions didn't fit with him being daddy dearest, so I kept my nose clean when I sold. I was scared to be like him. I was scared to repeat his sin. I played a game with no wins, chasing evil's root and adrenaline. A Section 8 veteran misguided, sitting with a disdain for my hunger pains, trying to keep quiet, my stomach grumblings, while my mother was struggling to make ends meet, my ribs was touching. The heat was broken. We was sleeping on the kitchen floor again, covering burn marks from the oven door again with the same hand-me-downs they clowned my brother for. I wore again.
Ew! Very much. If poetry is a self-portrait, this may be the very first time I've taken a selfie this healthy. Got my lighting just right. It's reflected by my wife. I did it for myself, but I needed her to help me. See, this year I managed to abstain from alcohol and all of the devils that held me. You want to talk about leveling up? Shit, tend to your mental health. See, it's your self-worth that will make you wealthy. Now, poetry is a self-portrait. I dip my brushes in balance so my past doesn't tip the canvas. I dip my metaphors in magic to protect all of y'all from my madness. I dip my words in wit, my verbs in vision, and I'll let you decide if they merit any wisdom. If poetry is a self-portrait, make sure you capture my good side. Because I developed all my negatives in the dark. I blurred the background so I could focus on me. Now you can see why every detail is sharp. So if you can feel my art, then you can feel my heart. And it's through that route I let you feel my scars. If poetry is a self-portrait, shit. Shout out to Zuka Art Gallery. But Sotheby's doesn't hold enough prestige. I'm no longer interested in working with institutions that love the work of art, but not me. My parents are a metropolitan museum that muted their beings to allow me to pursue technicolor dreams. And every child that falls under my wing is a feather that's freed, a quill that can reframe the letter of law so we could just fucking be. Home completes the puzzle. I don't know why that's such a hard to find piece. If poetry is a self-portrait, then these are brand new colors I've never painted with before. Brilliant acrylics for you to visualize my lyrics. A collection of happiness that I hope you inherit. My poetry is as honest as a mirror, a chieftain of scripture, a poet that can finger paint his spirit, leaving fingerprints on the hearts of his village. If poetry is a self-portrait, I want you all to consider this a mural of Ruth. I brought closure to every issue that plagued me in my youth. Now I find it priceless at 42. I could flaunt the font that holds the tribute, allowing me to sign every single portrait in my truth. You can reframe that motherfucker right there. Thank you very much.
Past life pages to the next. So when it's picked and plucked back onto the shelves, you only remember what the animations look like. Simulating motion so quickly, the only sequence of comprehension formed is slipping to your memory of my book under the covers, but not the story inside me, and oh, how you loved being inside me. Hardcover copying verses of vulnerability into the seams of my spine. See, men have a funny way of holding their red flags all together. So, I guess this be a thank you for the dick, for the poems that no longer serve my cervix, because many men wish death palm vaginas they could never hit. Designers have Gucci flip-flops whose future intentions is reading your Bible mask off, getting your psalm sweaty, call it Nigalations verses 6-9, and he expects me to go and heal his wounds. I'm never offering to fix mine, so I'm left with the dents in the armor, guarding the heart on my sleeve, counting how many shells he's emptied into the barrels of my naive, the kind-hearted girl who skips to her loo, losing her grace. I meant grip on the bloody waters. God never sent her angels to tread, and she's sinking because she's too busy anchored in the wrong stages, the wrong pages
book is an SOS, a series of summaries, a submission of stupidity, a sacrificial sacred saying, signed, still delivered to the wrong damn address. Where my sheets never change the scent of different colognes, since being alone with God seems worse than being at home with a clown who can't even make me moan. I mean actually moan like this pen do, like floating down into the depths of an ocean full of ink, just to think about my poetry before the pain, or my pain before the poetry, or the promises broken by the weatherman, or like an author with an unfinished story. And sunny days you get washed over and over. I'm docked between the P now, I'm in the present moment and the lost girl, because either way, my nigga, a flip book isn't enough for you to truly notice me. But what happens when the pages get wet? Rain droplets blur the lies, lines are disintegrated dimensions of distress, pens turn to paddles, and pages turn to paper mache, and she. Can't mask her sanity in these poems, and is left with the wetlands of the unwritten, the unrevised, compromised by cutthroat cadences, clogged with the dirty water. She whispers into our ears, but I'm still cleaning my
that I go through, I'm something like Goku. A strong-ass sage filled with hidden rage, even though I be appearing calm. So when I lift my hands above my head, it's not a sign of surrender. I'm just channeling the energy of every poet on this planet and dropping a spirit bomb. You see, when I mentioned Goku earlier, I'm sure that the anime fans out there knew that spirit bomb scheme was what I wanted to do. That's why I can't ever imagine being the kid that they wanted to boo. This ain't even my final form. But you can still expect a power level over 9,000 whenever I perform. The first time I wrote a rhyme, I actually moved to the red planet right next door, right after I left Earth. Truthfully, some of my worst haikus better than most niggas' best work. And since we talking about work, I guess it's time for me to clock in. If I ain't topping your top 10, you need to drop it again. I get higher than an angel's pussy at the drop of a pen. Soon as a beautiful ink starts painting the paper, I take in the vapors, nostrils flares, I smell the air. This must be the smoke niggas asked me for. I get the bartender's attention, tell them to pass me more of the strong stuff. Not that watered down, playground, baby back bullshit. I ain't done taking shots until they add up to a full clip. Something like a machine gun with a mean tongue. My bars are bipolar, cause my pen is nice, but my delivery's a mean one. I'm dope as fuck. But you could be that too, even if right now you feeling like you a zero. Cause even if your real name's Clarence, you can still grow up one day to be a superhero, no cap. If Val can do it, so can you. Always give it your best is what I hope you do. The full potential of what I can be is something that I will not doubt. I'ma always keep putting in this work until I finally clock. Oh, you thought I was done? Nah, fam. I wonder if a preacher can teach a believer to be a believer, cause god damn, I'm so dope, my isotopes are individually infected with crack, nigga. I'm talking cocaine like a snow bunny loving black nigga. Already told you once before, I'm that nigga. So the day that my performances ever get not exciting, or the day I finally decide to stop the writing, I'll let y'all know what it's like to fall from Mars. Until then, you can tell everybody you know why they call me Mars.
Face smacking your thighs, exercise this jaw. Release the demon, exercise this succubus. I really want to suck you to your buzz.
You gotta do the Jamelo.
Happy birthday. On behalf of your Passion family, I just wanted to give you this little token and this little token of our appreciation for you. Happy Scorpio season.
Somebody gave me flowers, you know what I'm saying? Scorpio season on that. Guys, I thank you for staying with me the whole night. We turned this motherfucker out, closed the club down, and we got the building. I appreciate everybody's sincerity. I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate you, Sis, as always, my brother. And you don't gotta get home, but just make sure you get home safe. Thank you.